against the Colombian Felipe Orozco. Here's a man that Barry didn't even know he was going to fight until this week. He replaces the man who didn't turn up, Angel Mayor of Venezuela, and he turns out to be 4 inches taller than Mayor, 5 inches taller than McGuigan, and he turns out to be a southpaw. And McGuigan had trained for an orthodox opponent. So this is a huge gamble for this amazing little man, 23 years old, Finbar Patrick McGuigan, the Clonus Cyclone, who lives south of the border and fights north of it. What Orozco must think about this storm of noise, I cannot imagine. This fight tonight being relayed live to the United States. And so McGuigan's ranking very much on the line, as millions of people in the States watch him perform, and his performance here tonight will be noted in the States, and it might well decide whether he gets a world title shot in the next few months. They're almost hanging from the lamps here in the King's Hall. Has seen it all before, but even he must find this noise surprising. Honours even in the opening round. McGuigan weighed 4 ounces more than Orozco at the weigh-in this morning at 11 o'clock. 9 stone 1 3/4 McGuigan, 9 1.5 for Orozco. Orozco's had 20 professional fights. He won the first 19, and then he went in for that attempt on the WBC junior featherweight title against Gaza and came unstuck for the first time. Roughly half his wins have come on points and the other half inside the distance. Forcing all the time. He might find that he has to move back a little and try to make Orozco come to him and then slip the leads and then work his way inside. He got in. And Orozco felt those. He was right where he didn't want to be when he took those on the ropes. McGuigan's right hand is beginning to get in underneath. And his left hand is picking Orozco up on the chin. And the Colombian looks uncomfortable. I can see the whites of Orozco's eyes. He stares at McGuigan, and I suspect he doesn't like the look of what he sees. Ruthless opening by McGuigan. He's wasted very little time. And suddenly Orozco decides he better come forward himself. Catches McGuigan with the left hand. Some rounders. Got it. Tremendous work rate. One of a dozen punches he threw, and suddenly Orozco has no idea where he is, and he's not going to beat the count, and he's out. He is out in the second round, and McGuigan has done it once again. Second round. Made nothing of it at all. A tough opponent, a difficult opponent, and he made nothing of it at all. And for some reason, the Colombian corner are very angry indeed. They've gone to the referee, complaining why was he counted out? And he was counted out because he wasn't up at the count of 10. In goes McGuigan again. One of 3 or 4 or 5 left hooks he threw, and the man succumbed. And he did not beat the count. This was a tremendous attack by McGuigan, and it was a left hook that did the damage. And that is quicker than Jaime Garza, the world junior lightweight champion, managed to beat Orozco. So it's another night.
I'm delighted it was over so early. It's good to have an early night now and again. You know, I've trained very hard for this one. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my trainer and my manager and Boza for giving me such great help in these last few days with the change of opponent. You know, as I say, it's all worth it in the end when it ends like this. It's marvellous, fantastic.
Now, you were the one on Wednesday night who was telling me that everybody was pleased except you. You got a southpaw and a two-man. You didn't like it,
yes,
but it turned out all right.
Well, Mr. Eastwood and my trainer Eddie and Boza, we've been working together and working to try and use the right hand more often and set him up for a quick right hand left hook. And that paid off in the long run. I certainly was. I said to you on Friday or on Wednesday, the pants were scared off me, and they certainly were. And I was even worried going into the fight tonight. But you know, thankfully everything worked out.
Tell me about the last attack that finished it, because you put together a lot of punches.
Yes.
And it was the left hook that got him in the end.
Right. Yes. I think I hit him several left hooks and right hands, and Mr. Eastwood and Eddie was shouting, "Take it easy, cool it. You've 10 rounds," and I didn't want to rush things or speed things because I hadn't fought a southpaw. But when I saw that I'd damaged him with that left hook, I decided why not let's have a finish of it and try and get it over early.
Did it surprise you when you saw him on the floor with his face on the floor?
Well, it didn't really surprise me, Harry, not to sound too boastful, but because I had landed cleanly. The last 2 shots landed cleanly. But I think if you watch the video again, I landed with more left hooks than right hands. But it was, you know, it worked out. It worked out in the long run. That's what's important.
I'll tell you what, he was surprised.
Yeah, he was very surprised. Yes, and delighted.
Let's bring your manager Barney Eastwood in. Congratulations, Barney. Now, you can't hold him back much longer. You keep telling me that you don't want to push him too fast, but how much longer can you hold him back?
Well, you know, 6 months ago I wouldn't have dreamt of a title fight. I said this guy can really fight, and he's improving with every fight. 3 months ago, I think we had a half opportunity of getting the champion here. I didn't take it. I was really scared stiff. But I told you last night when we met, I thought he was ready to fight for the title. Eddie and I have been watching him progress, and he's never shown as much progress from his last fight, which was Paul Divorce.
A very tight-knit team, that.